I know these folks. Thanks for coming out on a Wednesday. And I'll pause while you all get your pictures done. I'll just stand here looking epic. And I want to thank SCAD for organizing this, and I know we have a bunch of students here. That's awesome. Also, appropriately, there's a bunch of folks from some women's groups that I applaud your attendance and let you know you're most welcome here. And, hey, I just got off a plane and I'm shooting tomorrow night. And this is that time of year where sometimes your friends and colleagues go, hey, bro, can you do me a favor? And blah, blah, blah. But I said, all right, let me see this. I don't need to see this movie. And so I watched it, and it's really exceptional. And it's this is the kind of movie that my dad used to, pull me out of my, second grade, recess and say, kid, you got to come see this. And he'd show me some, movie that I was way too grown up for me to see when I was a kid in the 70s. And I applaud it. This Sheridan fellow, whom some of you are familiar with, I think is fast becoming a national treasure. It's a really, really well executed piece of cinema. Take it from me, I would know. And I don't know why I feel like Dave Chappelle right now. I feel like I could just give you my 20 minutes and it'd be so great. There's so much nutty stuff that we could talk about, even just today. But I'm just going to keep my teeth together and do these folks a favor. So Elizabeth Olsen in 2011, this movie Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene came out. I don't know if anyone saw it. I was like, dude, she is something else. Is she the sister of those other two girls? What the hell is going on here? And I was like, well, I'm really going to keep my eye on her. And then obviously we wound up in this rather popular film series together. Got to know her a little bit. And she is truly exceptional in this film, and I think a really challenging role that you wouldn't necessarily think a gal who grew up in Sherman Oaks would be able to pull off. And then there's my buddy Hawkeye. There's old Jeremy, who in, I think, 2009, when Hurt Locker came out, I was like, all right, I've seen him around. Who is that guy? Get me his phone number. I got to meet him right away. And he was already kind of going around like, this is such bullshit, dude. I was like, no, you just made it. Everyone thinks you're great. He's like, I know, I want to go home. And I was like, man, I like this guy. I like this Jeremy Renner fellow. And we've actually become rather close over these many years as I have enjoyed entering middle age. So this movie is... It's really something else in that it's essentially about a rape murder on a reservation in Wyoming, but it's also very much about redemption and loss and grief and acceptance, and I think just a lot of things that when I was watching it, I said, oh wow, this is one of those movies that it has its theme and it has what it's about, and then there's all this stuff going on that, if you just pay a little attention, I got to really screen it properly and watch it and all that. And it's about this place where, it's like life sometimes, where things rarely go as you planned them, often turn out much worse than you expected them to. And it's a place where luck will do you no good. And you'll see why that pays off later in the movie. So I think you're going to love it. And speaking of luck, the exceptionally talented and passably handsome Chris Evans will be here, my sometimes nemesis. Will be here after the show, and he'll be here to do a Q&A for y'all, with Jeremy and Lizzie. So thanks for coming out. This film really deserves any and all attention it gets, and I'm sure I'll see y'all around the clubhouse. Enjoy.